Hi friends, welcome back to the John Went Walking YouTube channel. So glad to have you here. This morning I'm coming to you from Osceola County, Florida. I'm about 26 miles south of St. Cloud, Florida on Old Canoe Road. And I'm down here at the Three Lakes Wildlife Management Area. You can see the sign right behind me. And this is the decision point for the eastern and western corridor of the Florida Trail. That is the eastern corridor, which runs on the east side of Orlando, or the western corridor, which runs on the west side of Orlando, and then meets back up above north of Orlando. But this is the decision point coming out of the south. And I'm right here. The mile marker is at 262.6. I'm at the Prairie Lakes Trailhead. And the western corridor starts at the 262.7, which is just 100 feet or so near me here, right across Old Canoe Road. And I'm going to make one video following this one that goes north and shows you a little bit north of Old Canoe Road here, so you see what that looks like. The two videos preceding this one, I came from across the trail, across the road there, and I went down like past where the boardwalk area is, down there all the way to near the power lines, and then walk back up this way to show you what it looks like up there. So it's just a beautiful morning out here. We're in the first week of March. It's a little bit cool. You can see I got my jacket on here and everything. It's a little bit cool. It's probably into mid to upper 50s, and it's real breezy out here this morning. In fact, I've reset this video a couple of times. I had it too far. I had to prop it up somewhere where it won't blow over. You can't really see it behind me, but it's blowing pretty good. It's pretty breezy here this morning. So anyway, I'm right at the western corridor decision point, and I've got my Florida Trail Guide with me. So I wanted to read a little bit out of the trail guide to give you kind of an idea about what the decision that you would have to make. Now, western corridor decision point. Our through trail mileage follows the eastern corridor side of the Central Florida Loop, the Orlando and Ocala sections, which are more frequently used by through hikers. There is less than a 20-mile difference between the two routes. Both have their strong points, beauty spots, and challenges. However, the western corridor kicks off with 68 urban miles of roadwalks, bike paths, and sidewalks around the west side of Orlando Metro. It requires more fee campgrounds and motel stays and is not dog friendly. Budget-minded hikers should use the eastern side of the loop. With strong contrast between rural and urban Florida, much of the Orlando section of the Florida Trail follows a route sketched out in the 1970s by veteran trail builder and advocate Willie Dyke Sr. Through Osceola County, a historic cattle ranching mecca, now home to Walt Disney World and an ever-expanding spill of subdivisions, the trail traverses open prairies and pine savannas and a working ranch before it joins the St. Johns River floodplain. Here, lush palm hammocks, ancient live oaks, and landmark size cypress and pines connect you with the region's natural history in a slender ribbon of green space crowded by exploding population centers. And friends, if you live here in Florida, especially you live in Central Florida, you understand what they're saying here. Like, Central Florida is just beautiful down here. Like, there's so much. You get out here, you can even see behind me, like almost savanna-like, open, tall pines, lush forests, that sort of thing. But, most people think of Florida, if you're coming from up north, you're coming from somewhere around the world, you think, Disney World, the beaches, Daytona, Miami, Key West, that sort of thing. But really, Florida is a wide open state with a ton of beautiful, beautiful landscape. Emerging into suburbia at Oviedo, the trail follows bike paths through Seminole County to return to the woods along the Wekiva River, connecting to the Ocala National Forest. So this is the decision point, like whether you're going to go east or west. And it kind of explains there, which I brought up again, I'm in the Florida Trail Guide. One of my favorite that is my favorite resource, except for the Far Out app. The Far Out app is just fantastic, right? But except for that, this is fantastic. Now, the reason, this is the decision point, east or west, and they make it clear here in the book, and this is what the research has shown me the past few months as I've been looking at it. The east side is a lot more rural, a lot more, open Florida-like. The western side, there's going to be a lot of walking like in the suburbs, like road walks, sidewalks around towns and that way. And I understand that. So you have to kind of make that decision what it is that you want to do. It says there's a lot more, you pay for a lot more campsites on the west side, that sort of thing. Even parking here at this campground is like, or at this little parking spot area, like I had to put like $3 in the box with a little bag. Luckily I had some change in my car door, so I could take the quarters out and put it in there. If you don't, you need to make sure you have change on you, whatever. Although I don't know if they check it or not. Like the box is jammed full right now, so I'm not sure how often they actually check it, but I just like to follow the rules and help the Park Service out because it is just so beautiful out here. So either way, whether you choose east or west, that's kind of a decision that you have to make. I've said it before on the video or on this YouTube channel, and I've been saying it all along. My plan at this point is to follow the western corridor, kind of go against like what the majority do. I plan to take the western corridor, and if you look back at the past 3 months of my YouTube videos, that's where all my videos have predominantly been from. Now you go like 26 miles south of here and you get down to Westgate River Ranch. Now I was down there maybe a month or I don't know how long ago, back on, you could find at Westgate River Ranch, and I was down south of there for a couple of videos, and it's just beautiful down there coming up this way. But except for that, the majority of my videos have all been in the western corridor, all the way from Westgate River Ranch all the way up to, which is down at about 235, 236, all the way up to just west of Inverness, which is, I think it's in Citrus County, and at about the 419, 420 mile marker. That's been the length of if you look back at my YouTube channel, the history of the videos so far. Now, I've said it before, I do fully intend to get further along. I expect to get further south. I expect to get further north on my video channel. I'm still 10 months from my Thru-Hike kickoff, so I've got plenty of time to explore. And I'm using this time as wisely as I can because I want to get out of here and see what's physically out here. Like, not only does this help me because I get to get out and walk and hike and work out a little bit, but also because I'm actually out physically on the trail that I will be on, when I'm doing my own Thru-Hike. Now, a lot of the trails I've been on, it's like, oh, I've never seen Thru-Hikers. I don't know about Thru-Hikers. I don't know if I've even ever seen one yet in the 3.5 months I've been out. And this is like the high season for them, the 3 months that I've been out here. But it's because I've been out on the western side. Now, all the Thru-Hikers, if they come right across, you come right across this little dirt road right here, right across this Prairie Lakes Pine Road, whatever it is right here. That's the entrance going south. So if you see if you can see it over there, let me see if you can see it over there, straight through over there, down through that trail, that's where all the south hikers come. They come through here and they're going to come straight back up through this section. So all the Thru-Hikers have been at this point, all of them. And then when they get here, they've got to decide east or west. So that's where we're at. So I don't think there's a right or a wrong decision. I've said it before, my consideration is to stay on the west side because I live in the southwest Orlando area. So for me, it's closer to home. I realize, there's road walking through here and bike paths or in sidewalks, and I've actually been through many of them already. I've probably been over all of them already. I know exactly where they are. But my thought is I can knock that out in the 60 to 70 miles. I can knock that out in 4 or 5 days and then be back into my regular hiking in Old Florida. And that way I get a kind of a break at home, and it makes it logistically easy for my wife or family members to get out and see me. I could even spend a few nights in my own bed on the Thru-Hike, which would be kind of nice, So that's what I'm thinking. But there's not a right or a wrong answer. The main thing is I wanted to bring you out here and show you the actual decision point, and that's right. We're right at the decision point. I brought you in from the south with a couple videos. I'm going to do a video north of it as soon as I finish this one to show you the north side leaving the western decision point the Western Corridor decision point, and I'm going to physically be walking on the Eastern Corridor in the next video, so you can see a little bit of how it looks out there. It's going to look very similar to what you've been seeing, but just to go for a walk, I'm going to get out there and do it. So I'm not quite done. I've only been out for about an hour or so, hour and a half this morning. I want a little bit longer walk. You guys know I'm recovering, and I'm recovering well, and I want to make sure that I stay out and keep getting my mileage in. So again, I'm coming to you this morning from the Western Corridor decision point in Osceola County, just south of St. Cloud. Beautiful morning here in Central Florida, first week of March, upper 50s, sunshine. It just couldn't get any nicer than this. Oh, here we have a wildlife truck coming through. He's checking out the area there. He's patrolling, which is good, right? Taking care of everything. He's got a Florida Wildlife Commission sticker on the side of his truck there. All right, friends, it's so good to see you this morning. I'm so grateful every single one of you out here with me, and I'm going to be back on the Florida Trail with you again real soon. You all have a great day, friends.